Alright, you guys, so it's August 3rd. I'm out here scouting for the second night in a row in the same spot. I ended up seeing about 8 different bucks last night. One really good one, the one I'm after. I didn't get a great look at him. I saw him right towards dark, and he was a long ways away, but I knew it was him, and I wanted to get in a little closer tonight. That's why I got my camo on and stuff. And I'm sitting only probably 150 yards from where he came out last night. So I'm hoping he's bedded in the same area and does kind of the same thing that he did last night. They're combining this field here behind me and making a lot of noise, so I don't know if that's going to have a big impact on the deer or not. You can see they're just finishing up that field, and I'm afraid this one's probably next. So hopefully they'll hold off tonight and let me get some scouting in, but we'll see what happens. Alright, so the 6th buck of the night has just entered the field. It's been a great night so far. I've seen 2 of the shooters that are on my hit list. The tall tined 5x5 is just 175 yards down from me right now, feeding in the field. And there's 2 other smaller bucks feeding around him. The first buck of the night was the big wide 5x5. I see he's got a couple stickers on his left side, and that verified that is 100% the buck that I was chasing with my bow last year. And it's awesome to see that he made the year and that he grew some extra points and definitely gained some inches. And that's the buck I'm going to be after, no doubt, for the rest of the year.
With the bow season coming fast, I knew I had to make a game plan to put one of these bucks on the ground. I hung a couple trail cameras in the area and spent lots of time watching these deer in the evenings. I found out that both bucks are bedding in the same area and feeding in the same bean field almost every evening. With that in mind, my plan for opening day was simple. Sit between the bedding area and the food and hope that one of these deer walk within range on their way to feed.
Set up in the little makeshift blind I made here. I'm just in basically a nest from these tall weeds. Got my stuff all there, camera back there. We've been so wet this year that this brush has just grown extremely tall. Makes for good blinds, so I'm really excited about tonight. We'll see what happens.
As the season wore on, my encounters with these bucks became less and less. The tall tine 5x5 ended up completely disappearing, and the wide 5x5 moved to a completely new area, something that is very common once a buck loses his velvet. I spent many mornings and evenings sitting and waiting for a mature buck to pass me by. My hopes of killing a buck with my bow before the rifle season were starting to fade. Finally, one chilly morning, I decided to sit at a new spot, and it paid off when a 4x5 stepped out at 7 yards, and I made the shot count. Soon after, I was lucky enough to harvest my first antelope.
Nice shot. I got it on camera. I don't think he's going too far. There he goes. He's going down. Yes!
I was amazed at the sheer beauty of this animal. The unique colors and unusual behavior of these goats have me looking forward to many antelope hunts in the future. Best of all, the meat was second to none. The tenderness and flavor is on a whole nother level. I can't wait to fill my freezer with more antelope meat. After a slow but steady start to the hunting season, I look to cash in one more stroke of luck for my East River rifle tag.
I just smoked him. We finally caught up with him the second day, right away in the morning. And I just drilled him at about 80 yards. Oh man, I can't believe we got back on him. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Oh, this is such a blessing.